Hello. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining me. And I want to always thank you for subscribing, for commenting, and for sharing. So, my topic today is what's coming is better than what's gone. So, and by the end of the video, I will let you know what's coming. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. And I have a poetic message that is the basis of my video. So let my Reiki energy and my pink healing love shirt spread out to you and just relax. So my poem is titled A Major Surprise. Does life feel like a mountain climb, so far out of reach? Or do you glide like an eagle and know your own peace? Every day is a challenge where some feel no relief. But it's your focus to blame when you feel like you're going insane, that you most desperately need to change. Remember, you are the creators of your life. What you focus on brings you beauty or brings you strife. Does it really matter what's on the news? It's all about the corona blues. Why allow this to take over you? It's your choice to follow your heart or to follow the negative news. Everything happens for a reason. Life is never what it seems. Nothing positive will ever be presented to you. Haven't you yet figured this out as true? But I warned you all, this I made perfectly clear. What were you supposed to do? Ask your higher self if this is true. Repeat the words I gave to you. I am the love, I am the light, I am, which was given to you to get you through. I know that didn't make sense. A better outcome is ahead. That is always the plan. Those that want you to fall know this in their heads. Stand strong, be brave, ignore the fears to be. Always feeling safe, alive, and free. You are always protected, nothing is bad. Don't allow negativity to make you feel fear or sad. Our world is changing right before your eyes. Remember, I promised, after all this passes, a major surprise. The best is yet to come. So, I don't know about you, but I'm so over this corona stuff. And people keep sending me stuff about corona this, corona that, and I'm over it. Anyway, so many of you have yet to learn that a fear tactic is always a plan. But the plan is not from God. It's from the evil at hand. Remember, too, that gloom and doom does not affect us all, but that's what's portrayed on the news. Shows you only the people who fall. The panic around you is necessary, too, because there's a hidden agenda that you don't see or know. This is why you trust yourself and not anyone else. I'm going to remind you every week. So, I want to remind you who you are. You are love. We did not volunteer to come here to live in fear and death and despair and destruction and illness and disease. We actually begged to come here because of what's going on right now. So even if you don't remember, because a lot of you don't, It is buried inside of you. So I would take the time to let it come out, to focus on all the positive things that you see written, and write down positive affirmations and only wake up to that, because you set the tone of your day. And speak your truth and don't worry about what other people think. And if they bash you over it, know that they don't understand. It's never personal. It appears personal because they personally attack you. And, the sting goes away and it gets better. Now, it used to annoy me and affect me for hours, and then it was maybe 1 hour, and then, maybe it was 10 minutes, and now it's a second, just a second. And then I remember they don't understand, they're afraid, it has nothing to do with me. This is what you need to do. You need to practice being your truth, because you haven't been living your truth for thousands of years. And know that when you came here, you came into a dense planet that right away attacked you. I mean, not the planet, but the people who live here. So, anyway, now, the people that spread this, believe it or not, this particular virus, the corona, well, let me put it to you this way. I don't think you all get the fact that what are you? Your spirit, your energy, your light. What does that mean? That means that you pick up information all the time. You're guided all the time. And so is everyone else. Even the negative people are too. Now, negative people don't know this, so they stay negative because they're not open to that yet. But when it comes to right now, what's going on the planet, all these viruses that I mentioned last week, like Ebola. Ebola was out of Africa. So if you weren't in Africa and you didn't go to Africa, you didn't worry about it as much as you do the coronavirus. Now, the coronavirus has become worldwide spread, and it's coming out through the United States. The United States is kind of like a platform, like the leader of the world, because we're supposed to be all-knowing and, whatever. But, so what is my point here? My point is that, just like me, my poem was channeled to me. I didn't make it up. And I'm aware of that. I don't take responsibility for what I write. But I'm a channel because I made this pact before I came here to do this. And this is why I do it. And trust me, I don't wake up, knowing this. I was, had to go through things first. And it's been a path that I've been on. And so my point is, all of you get fed information all the time. And I want to reiterate one more time. Nobody on this planet knows more than you. Nobody on this planet is smarter than you. I don't care if someone has a master's degree or a PhD. It means absolutely nothing when it comes to intelligence. Now, you need or needed to have a master's degree or to do a lot of schooling to learn certain jobs, I guess, like doctor, lawyer, whatever. But it doesn't mean because you went to college and you know how to be a lawyer or a doctor that you know more than anyone else. Because nobody on this planet knows more than you do. And your body is yours. And how it responds is your body. It doesn't mean, you see, everything on this planet has been like for everyone. It's for everyone. We're all unique. We're all different. But some things go for everyone. BS. It does not do that. Does not do that. Now, those people who feed you lies do it to control you and keep you in fear. And I'm trying to tell you that's all it is. But this time it's different. And not because it's real, but I'm not going to let you know until the end. I'm building up to it. Because I want you to understand that, you know, if you're a person who's a businessman and you have to put something together for a group of people, and you study it and you read it and you learn it and then you write it down and then you give a speech, a lot of that information that actually ends up coming out of your mouth is from your guides. When you go to school and take a test, you can ask your guides to help you. Sometimes they do, even if you don't ask, because they're always here. They're not going to interfere in your life. But sometimes, you know, certain little things, it's not that big a deal. And especially like if you're going, oh God, I don't remember. I need to remember. You're actually asking. And that's why they tell you. So let me just take that other one back. It's just so intricate. It's so amazing. It's so magical. I mean, you all focus on the negative instead of focusing on the magic. The magic is everywhere. But if you don't focus on it, you're not going to see it. So this particular virus is been spread out all over the world, and USA is taking it big time because they're supposed to. Because Trump is involved. And but I'm going to tell you how he's involved because you should already know. And it's not about that. It's about the intuition. People are led to do what they're doing through intuition. They just don't know it's through their intuition. That's enough. I don't need to say it again. I think you get it. I hope you got it. It's just so important for you to grasp this. So, who truly guides everyone? The universe. Your angels, your guides. They influence you. All the time they influence you. It's just sometimes you can tap into it by asking. Well, heck, it just depends. Sometimes I do it all the time. Why not? You know? So, what's the plan? Well, like in my poem, I said, remember, now is the time to say, I am the light, I am the love, I am. When you walk into a grocery store and see all these panicked people, I am the light, I am the love, I am. I am the light, I am the love, I am. You flick on television and a news flash comes out that's negative. I am the light, I am the love, I am. You don't want to fall into it. So, the universe has to do everything in divine order. It's not for you or anyone else to know when that will happen. Now, a lot of us who have been awake, a lot of you watching know what I know. We've known for years that we're going to have a global change, but it has to be done at the right time in the right way, because as you see, people panic, and if you tell them the truth now, they just think you're crazy, you're nuts, you're dumb, you're stupid, you're an idiot. I swear, all the people around me think that about me, but so what? Anyway, I don't care, you see, because I know what's happening. I live in paradise. I don't live in the matrix. I don't live in fear. And remember, you have a contract when you're supposed to leave the planet. Now, if you get this coronavirus, which is probably not the coronavirus anyway, and someone in your family passes and they say it's from the coronavirus, and you go, oh my God, I was around her, now I'm going to get it. You put so much into that you create it for yourself. You're your own creator. So stop it. And know that, you know what, I have an exit date. Is it something to fear? No. Where am I exiting to? Home. Is this home? No. It's not your home. It's temporary. So you have a contract when you leave. If you're supposed to leave by a virus, you will. If you're supposed to leave by an airplane crash, you will. If you're supposed to leave in a flood, you will. And that's just how it is. You don't suffer. The people around you suffer. I mean, that's reality. This is why you don't worry about all this stuff. I wish all these people in Costco would listen to my video. Anyway. So, what is the hidden plan? First off, this virus is getting people to stay home. That's the plan. To not go to work. That's the plan. Because your lives, the way you've been living for the last 300,000 years, is garbage. Total garbage. And we weren't meant to be like this. We didn't come here with this plan. Earth wasn't created to have all this stupid stuff happen, but it did. So the plan has been to overcome it. Now, you know an event is going to happen. I think you know. If you don't know, it is. And so, what is the plan? People are freaking out. Yes, yes, yes. That's all right. Don't worry about it. Let them freak out if that's what they want to do. But it's gonna go to worldwide global shutdown. The stock markets are going to crash if they haven't already. People with their money in stock are freaking out. You know, people just, when they're not awake, they freak out about all of this. Let them, okay? Because if you tell them opposite, they're not going to believe you anyway. So don't worry about it. Just focus on loving yourself. Loving yourself. Why is that so important? So all of the stuff that goes on around you doesn't affect you. Only when you truly love yourself, all of this negativity won't affect you. This is going to be a way for you to know that you don't love yourself 100%. So, I live in California, as most of you know. California, unfortunately, is a Democratic state. And if you live in Europe or Middle East or whatever, you don't know and never been to USA, California is one of the biggest states in the USA. Most of the people actually live in California. Now, you can be shaking your head and saying that's not true, but I want you to think of this. Yes, New York has a big, humongous city. But what about the rest of New York? You know what I'm saying? Texas is a huge state. Texas is, I think, even bigger than California, because I know it takes me 2 days to go through the state of California. It takes me 3 days to go through the state of Texas. So Texas is a big state, but the population is only in certain cities. And the rest of Texas is desolate pretty much. It's just land and it's farms and I don't know what else is there. It's just grassland. But California, practically, not all of it, but practically every inch is populated. The whole state of California. So, now, unfortunately, I think I said this, that California is run by the Democrats. But they are being given the information because I saw the other day that a lot of other cities and states other than California are not, closing things down. But we are in California because because most of the people live in California. And they're gearing everybody up because we're going to have a global shutdown, world shutdown, where it's going to be taken over by martial law. And what's going to happen is you're not going to be able to go to the store. You're not going to be able to go anywhere. You won't even be able to leave your house. Now, they're already starting this in California. The stores are still open, but the governor posted today that he's telling all restaurants to close, all movie theaters to close, all schools are closed. Because of the spread of the virus. That's not reality, and that's not really what's going on. They're setting you up. Now, do you really like getting up and going to work? Do you like getting up every day and worrying about whether or not you can pay your rent? Do you like giving all your money to the government by taxes? I mean, if it was up to them, every time you sneeze, they would collect money from you. I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. So all of that's going through reset. So it's a good thing. We want the stock market to crash. We want the military to take over. Why? Because what's going on behind the scenes won't be chaotic. People won't be in the way of mass arrests. Now, my family's not awakened. They think I'm nuts and crazy, but that's how I was raised. That's the energy I was born around, and as you can see, it has not stopped me one bit. I don't care. But this is the deal. The banks will close. We're going to go to gold. That's what we need to do. Then we're going to go to this one world reset. And it's going to create a lot of chaos like it has. I am the love, I am the light, I am. But no, remember that the reason is so we can become who we are. Now, granted, there's a bazillion people here who don't know anything, who are not awake, right? So if you see lots or hear lots of people will be dying or leaving the planet, is what I say. You see it as death, I see it as leaving the planet, because they don't want to be here. A lot of people wanted to be here and they changed their mind. And if you change your mind, you're not stuck here. You can tell your guides that you want to go, and you can go. You don't have to stay. Now, after all is said and done, whatever that is, then the event will come. Now remember, I experienced the event twice. A wave will come over the planet. How, I don't know. I personally didn't see it. I just felt it. And I know what it did to me. I only saw and felt pure love. That's it. And that's what will happen to all the animals and all the people here. And then I don't know if there's going to be you all call them aliens. I call them my star family. The starships will land. There will be over 6,000 new medical, what's the point? Healing or ways to heal, or 6,000 new ways to get rid of your illnesses, because you're not supposed to be ill. And if you're here, it's going to be gone. Other people who have intuited ways to do electricity without paying the electric and gas company, who know how to build cars without gasoline and all of that. All those patents are going to be released. Eventually, well, all your debts are going to be erased. So if you have a mortgage, it'll be erased. Credit card debt, erased. All of that, erased. Isn't that what you want? I mean, I sure would. And then, so massive healing, global reset, and, businesses are going to change. The arrests are going to be all the evil people who follow the cabal. There's going to be tons of politicians arrested, movie people arrested. There's all these movie people that you so idolize or you think are so wonderful and great that are doing negative things behind the scenes. A lot of them are connected with the pedophile ring, because remember, it's money. It's all about the money, the money, the money, the money. The money is what's created the problem. People rob for money. They sell drugs for money. They have big drug rings. Who does the drug rings? Who runs them? The politicians run those drug rings. And yet they turn around and arrest everybody and throw them in prison. They don't go to prison for nothing. They can murder people and they don't get punished. Now that is over. They're all getting punished. So all the arrests are the politicians, the people involved in the pedophile ring, the movie people, the Hollywood. Do you know, to be in Hollywood, a lot of people had to have sex with the producers and such just to get into a movie? I mean, can you imagine, if you live in another country and you just think Hollywood is the coolest place and I'm going to be famous and a multi-millionaire. It's not going to be anyone's goal anymore to be a multi-millionaire, to work to the bone to make all this money. No, because money's going to disappear and we need it to disappear. If you have a gift, then you do exchange. Like, I can give you a healing, you can cut my hair. I mean, that's how it's going to go. And as far as living in apartments and homes and all that I have no clue. But I don't care. I don't worry about it. So the surprise, the whole world's going to open up. And if you go back back to 2011, you could read some of my old poetry all about the world, and the rainbows I talked about back in 2011 are here now. The sky's going to open up. The colors are going to change. Everyone's going to be about love. There won't be any war. There won't be any mass producing of any weapons. I was not told this by anyone, but this is what I feel, that they'll just disintegrate, because I've known for a long time that spirit can materialize and dematerialize anything. They can take your clothes away. They can just disappear. And then a week later, they show back up in your house. Now, this has gone on with me for over 30 years, but most people don't experience this. But interestingly enough, it's starting to happen to other people. They don't know why, but they will know why, sometime in the near future. So I'm telling you now, when things appear and disappear, that's showing you that things can just disappear. So all the war bombs and guns and stuff will just disappear. I wholeheartedly believe that. They'll just here today, gone in 5 minutes. Because trust me, things in my house have been gone in seconds. Like this. This. See how big this is? This is very heavy. This disappeared out of my house for 2 weeks and then just came right back. Now, you can't not notice if something like this disappears. You can look all over your house for it and it's nowhere around, and then it just shows back up. Now, that's not a gun, but my point is anything can just disappear. Dematerialize is the right word for it. So I just want you to know that stop being fearful, stop worrying about it, stop focusing on it, stop stressing over it, stop all of it. And know that there's always a plan. When a plane crashes, it's karma. If you die in a plane crash, that's your karma. All the people in the plane, group karma. It's always been like that. But everyone has been geared to blame everyone for something. It's always somebody else's fault for everything that goes on. Wrong. There's always a reason for everything that goes on. Do you know the reason? No. Do you need to know the reason? Not always. People have soul contracts. They don't remember until just before they die they're at peace. If you're ever around anyone just before they leave the planet, they're already connected to their family over the other side. Doctors and nurses will tell you that they're hallucinating, or it's because they're on drugs, or they just see and hear things that aren't real. BS. They're having a relationship already. They're already being helped. That's why I say don't fall into all the propaganda, the lies, all the things that you're geared to think, all the stuff that's negative. It's all a tactic. Now, all of them have been about control. This is different. This is about world change. So this is actually a good thing. I don't remember what people have said about Corona, but isn't it interesting that Corona means crown? Maybe we're all being crowned. We're all going to feel like kings and queens because we're going to live in paradise. I live in paradise. A lot of you don't live in paradise, but we might all just live in paradise together. Who knows? Does it matter? No. What matters? You trust, you believe, you release your fear, you follow your intuition, and you ask your higher self and anything negative, I am the light, I am the love, I am. Remember, coded words connect you with the God source energy. It's protection. It raises your vibration, and it keeps you like in a bubble where you don't fall in to all the negativity that's going on around you. Now, I want to bring up something. There is a possibility with this global shutdown, whenever that is. It could be next week, the week after. It's soon. It's very soon. Because if this didn't happen, like this. When is it going to ever happen? It's got to happen. And if this is the way it's going to happen, so be it. But the internet might go down. So I don't know if I'll see you next week. So what do you do when the internet goes down and you can't leave the house? You do what my generation used to do. You play games. You have fun. You spend time with your family. So many of you don't spend time with your family because you're too busy. Busy, busy, busy. Working and trying to make money. Make money to survive. You'll never make enough money to survive. Not the way the world has been. So we're on to bigger and better things. Enough said. I think I made my point. Thank you so much for joining me. Maybe I'll see you, maybe I won't. But when the internet comes back on, after it shuts down, and if it comes back on, I will do a video. Of course. I'm sure I'll be guided to something. Thank you. Bye.